is zero. Not a penny. Doesn't cost a penny because the hospitals are going to cover all of Virginia's costs. So it costs nothing. It saves thousands of lives. It's hundreds of millions of dollars in direct federal aid that all of us have paid for as taxpayers. And it's $2.5 billion to the Virginia economy. Now, everyone in this room would vote for that unanimously in an instant. This apparently is not the House that I'm dealing with, the folks here in this room. But I really want to try to work with the Republicans and persuade some of them that this is just the right thing to do for the Commonwealth of Virginia. It shouldn't be a partisan thing. If we want to name it the Republican Romney Care health care plan, I'm all for it. I just want to help Virginians get health insurance and do that. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the bills that I've introduced. Some people have advised me as a freshman I should go slow, I should introduce just a few bills, I should get a feel for what I'm doing first, and that's all very good advice. The people who gave me that advice mean very well. I've introduced 17 bills so far. I'll probably get close to 20, and I got a couple of budget amendments too, and I've already submitted 5 to the governor. So I don't get much sleep, but I don't need much sleep. I'm just really, really happy to be here. I want to tell you about some of the bills that I've introduced, because I think they run the gamut from real progressive ideals that everyone in this room would like to see passed to some real just good government bipartisan things that shouldn't be controversial. Because I think I should do both. I'm wearing a blue jacket and a purple tie, all right? I can be both solidly blue progressive and still work with Republicans on the purple matters. So let me give you an examples of some of what I've done. These are some of the bills I've introduced. The very first bill I introduced is a bill to allow localities to raise the minimum wage. I'm looking at Doris over here. She's the chair of the Virginia AFL-CIO. I wanted that to be bill number 1. And the reason why it's localities is I understand that the cost of living in Danville is less than the cost of living in Alexandria. They understand that in Danville as well. That's no knock on Danville, but people in Northern Virginia need to be paid more. It costs more to live in Northern Virginia. And this, conservatives say they believe in local control. Let's have local control. Let's let localities raise the minimum wage. That's the very first bill. It's a very modest bill, just up to $10. I would do more, but I thought maybe if we cap it at 10, just to help, but it would be indexed for inflation. So that's my first bill. Second bill, Virginia Family Act. This is a bill to have paid family medical leave for Virginia families. The United States of America and Papua New Guinea are the only 2 nations on the planet that don't have paid maternal leave. We're the only nation on the planet that says a woman give birth and go back to work the next day. It's ridiculous. Now, California, Rhode Island, and New Jersey have it. It's time that Virginia has it. I, of course, would go further. The bill provides maternal leave and paternal leave. Again, doesn't cost the Commonwealth a penny. It would be matched employer-employee, 0.2% of your wages. I fully admit I copied Senator Kirsten Gillibrand on this. It was a great idea. Why shouldn't I copy it? To bring it here to Virginia to take care after you've had a baby or for a sick or dying parent or child. This is basic rights, and when you need this benefit, it would be there for you. Got a whole host of other bills. I've got 3 bills on guns, a bill that's what's important. One that says that if you buy a gun online, you should have to get a background check. Another one says if you're on the terrorist watch list, then maybe you also should get a background check. And the third one, this one I'm doing with Adam, and also this is actually Alfonso Lopez's bill last year, but I'm going to be chief co-patron on, says you shouldn't be able to give a loaded gun, to a kid under 5. That bill did not pass last year. But I plan to work on it with Adam to get that bill passed this year. I've got 3 bills on voting to make it easier to vote. First of all, I've got a no fault, no try, no problem, everyone gets registered voting bill. When you register for your driver's license, you get on the voting rolls. It only makes sense. You shouldn't have to go through a separate procedure. I have another bill that says if you go in to vote and you're registered to vote, you're allowed to vote, and you don't have the right photo ID, they can take your picture there and then. Take your picture, prevents fraud, let the people vote. What's my third voting bill? I have 19 bills, so I got to remember them all. My third voting bill is, it'll come to me. Paper ballots, yes, to require that all voting be done with a paper record so that prevents hacking into electronic machinery. So that's another set of bills. I've got bills on criminal law. One of my bills I'm very proud of, and that I've already found some Republican support for, I'm proud to say, is a bill that says you're allowed one mistake in your life. If you've been convicted of a nonviolent drug offense, and you've served your time, you've paid your fines, and you've gone a year out, you should be able to get that expunged from your record. Now, it's just one mistake you're allowed, not two, not three, not five, but we don't want a case where someone makes a mistake when they're 20, and suddenly they're 40, and it's like, well, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Well, yeah, when I was 20, I did marijuana. No, it doesn't make sense. We all know the reality of life around here. And as someone who hates tobacco smoke and hates marijuana smoke as much as I do, I can tell you I still believe that people should have a right to make some mistakes in their lives. And I actually have some Republican support for that one. I hope it passes. I have another bill to decriminalize marijuana entirely. Again, this is Adam Eben. I'm working with him on that one. He's introducing it in the Senate. I'm introducing it in the House. And that bill basically takes it from a misdemeanor to a civil penalty. $100, something like that, because, again, let's not get overwrought here. I have a bill on police body cameras. Now, this is a complex one. It's going to take some time. Probably won't happen this year. But this protects the police and the citizens. And I'm proud to say I have the support of the police and the sheriffs, as well as Black Lives Matter groups on this. We can work together. It protects the truth. Again, that one's going to require some details. We're going to work on that. I have a bill like the one I introduced in Tennessee to help take children from abusive families. I have a bill to, again, I have a lot, so it's hard to remember them all. I have a bill that would be the farthest reaching sexual orientation protection bill in Virginia history. It would say that if you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, there'll be no discrimination in employment, housing, or public accommodations. It's about time. It's about time. And, as the third openly gay member of the Virginia General Assembly, again, Adam is sitting right here, it's about time. I'm calling him out a lot because one of the nice things if you live in the 45th is that we agree on virtually everything. So you won't find much daylight between us. But it's about time. This country has actually gotten way past discrimination, and it's time that Virginia catch up to the rest of the country. It really is. Not all my bills are so clearly progressive. I have a number of bills that I just think are good government, bills that I think I'm going to get passed. There's a simple bill on the metro, to allow the Secretary of Transportation to appoint the people from Washington. Congress has already agreed to this. We just have to bring Virginia in line. The technical bills, but important ones. Bills to help stop stalking on Facebook. Bills to do, again, I'm trying to remember them all. There's one more non-controversial bill. But anyway, I have a bill to allow EMS technicians, emergency medical technicians, to cross state lines. Again, non-controversial. On 9/11, we had firefighters come save the Pentagon across the river from Washington, D.C., and no one said, oh, are you not trained in Virginia? You shouldn't have to have a Virginia license to come put out a fire at the Pentagon. D.C. license is just good enough. If D.C. has a problem, Virginia can cross the river. These state boundaries already are state compacts that allow these things to